Here come the Capitals.
He's in alone. A shot and a goal!
Bondra gets number 5.
Alexander Ovechkin.
The Capitals are champions.
There were times in the early 80s where this team never won, and there was some question whether or not the team was even going to be here.
By 1982, they had already had 3 different general managers and 7 coaches.
Hockey fans in the mid-70s and early 80s were wondering if and when this team was ever going to figure it out.
Abe Poland turned to the famous hockey family, and that was Dick Patrick. People in Washington knew we were in the Patrick division, named after Dick Patrick's family. And now we had Abe Patrick running the organization. So the credibility was right there from the start.
Abe's first thing he asked me to do was find a new general manager.
He called all around the league till he found the one person that he heard was the up-and-coming name, and that was David Poile.
Abe offered me a 1-year deal. He said that, we don't know if this team is going to make it, so a 1-year deal. And I had my folder up here and I went, so we negotiated a 3-year deal, and the rest is history, as they say.
David and my dad were so young when they started doing this. 82, my dad would have been 36 years old. And I think David was a couple years younger.
I remember his opening press conference. Nobody really knew who David was, coming from the Calgary organization.
Dick and I had that press conference. Basically, I said, I'm not here for a good time, I'm here for a long time.
A backhand shot and a goal!
Started taking off once David got here. He knew how to put the team together.
Back to Mauricio!
The team was right at the turning point. They had some good young players. Just needed a few more parts to turn the corner and get the confidence and go on from there.
We've been a very competitive hockey club. I think we're very happy with today's transactions.
The Poile trade for Rod Langway was massive for the organization.
And I believe he had 8 or 10 new faces on the Caps.
And they started to build a team that could win, and they won on a consistent basis.
At the point, Langway, his drive, a shot and a goal!
The general manager of the Washington Capitals, maybe the leading executive in hockey this year, David Poile.
The team made the playoffs that first year.
And we'll see you the second week in April, sports fans.
All of a sudden, that team started to be a consistent playoff performer.
From the draw, here's Howard, turns around and fires a shot and a goal!
And all of a sudden, the team started to inch its way very slowly up the ladder in the National Hockey League.
A shot and a goal!
We'll send out those demons.
Usually guys that high up, I don't know if you want to say cutthroat, but he was the exact opposite of which most guys were. He took care of you when you were hurt. He took care of players that had problems.
David Poile was not just a general manager who was concerned about what happened on the ice. David was equally as concerned about what happened off the ice.
The relationships that we developed amongst ourselves, our players, the wives, the guests, the owners, the fans, in some cases even the media, were and are memorable.
Being a family is important. He liked to have, gatherings with the team. He liked to have families, spouses, kids together.
He looked at it as, you're not only coming here to play, you're coming here to live. David said a happy wife is a happy life for a player, and he really meant it.
David and Elizabeth, his wife, they invited me to their house for dinner. I spotted rollerblades in David's garage. So somehow I put them on. I was flying up and forth, and David told me he was scared because I could get hurt before I came here. So when David was involved with Washington Capitals, it was a family type organization.
He wanted to build a rapport with the players, the city, and with the community.
He comes off, I think, as very serious in the media, but he has kind of like a funny side to him. He's got this a giggle that's kind of contagious.
I think on my tombstone they're going to say, and the score was 3-2. Let's hopefully say now that the score might be 4-2.
Really quality person, really quality family, and really excited that he's going in the Hall of Fame.
I'm going in the Hall of Fame because of the work that he did to put the Capitals on the mat.
I've given everything I had to hockey, but hockey's given me and my family so much more. I'm good.